Hello, this is Alara, putting on my post-producer hat for one moment, coming to you from the editing suite with a full disclaimer that I may or may not have had a couple of drinks of the alcoholic sort prior to filming this video. So if my speech starts getting a little bit slurry, or you catch one of my eyes looking at ya while the other's looking for ya, I do apologise, but I refuse to say sorry. On with the video. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Alara Keet.
And I'm Vera Way.
And we are the Patio Dollz. And in this edition of our What's Up Your Goat, it's a very special episode because it's an Easter special of What's Up Your Goat.
Do you know what gets up my goat?
Now, if you have come from the last video, you would have seen that we worked on our very special Easter hats, Easter millinery, if you will, where we combine the ideas of making Easter hats and Easter baskets into headwear.
Firstly, here's your old friend, glue gun.
She's back!
back again.
And so what we've done is we thought we'd pop over. We got all ready in that video. We made our dresses. We made our hats. We did a whole video about how to do all of that, which we will link in the description of this video if you'd like to follow along. And we got to the end of the video and we thought, why don't we pop over to the What's Up Your Goat studio and film a What's Up Your Goat for Easter, where we air our grievances as per usual in our attire. What do you call this?
I would call Sunday best.
Yeah, for Jesus.
But you know what? These are a little bit of a feat of engineering. I think, like they're on.
Yes, and we will have crick neck by the end of this. Now I'm going to take it away today.
Oh,
so
okay, go for it.
I'm going to say, hey Alara, what's up my goat? Well, what's up my goat? People who end an argument or midway through an argument say, oh, it's not that deep. You know when you see people in a comment section online and they write the most outlandish, outrageous thing? They'll write something really offensive, something that's really going to get under people's skin, something that's going to get up people's goat. They know it's going to rile people up and ruffle their feathers. And the second people write back, defending whatever they're going against or whatever. Oh, I can feel this happening.
I drank my own body weight in German beer.
And the second they write back to that person, oh, it's not that deep. Oh, that really gets up my goat. I don't know. I just find that so annoying because I find it really gaslighty in that you've said something that you know is going to get a response. You know people are going to respond to in a negative way. They're going to be defensive. They're going to feel emotions. They're going to get their arms all up in the air.
Now we're cooking with oil. She is actually moving. Back and forth, yeah. Man, she can dance. It's pretty cool.
And the second they do, you act chill. The whole chill of, oh, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's like running over someone's mother. Oh, it's not that deep.
Don't think it's really quite the same.
I think it's exactly the same as that. It drives me nuts. You've done it on purpose and then you've got the response you wanted and now you're trying to act chill.
Where do you see these things?
On the internet.
I'm not as stupid as I look.
You just type it in?
No, like social media.
Oh.
Like I just said in comment sections.
For God's sake.
Do you see it more so on TikTok?
It doesn't matter. Everywhere.
I'm really getting up my goat today.
Vera, there is no age bracket. There is no demographics behind it. Everyone does it.
Oh, that's a bit sad, isn't it?
And that's why it drives me nuts. I see it on a regular basis, and I'm sure you do too, where you're scrolling, you're watching some beautiful TikTok videos, and then you see someone write something really offensive about what they're doing, and someone defends them, and they go, oh, it's not that deep. You cannot say horrible things that you know are going to hurt people or get people upset or whatever, and then when they do get upset, say, it's not that deep. It makes me want to hire a private investigator, find out literally everything there is to know about that person that wrote that comment, then find their trigger point. Because that's what it is. They're targeting someone's trigger point, and it makes me want to go to their house, target their trigger point, say something that I know is going to get them all riled up, and then just say, it's not that deep, and then walk out.
This one really has shaken you, hasn't it?
It has. It really just gets me going. I think it's just because it falls under the umbrella of bullying, of antagonizing, of gaslighting. I think it's a very vindictive, evil thing that people do just to get a rise out of others. You've got to have not much going on if that's what gets you going.
A lot of people don't have that much going on.
No, they don't. And it's really sad.
It is actually very sad.
And those same people would look at us and think that we were strange. But you know what? I'd rather have all this going on and not spend my time on the internet antagonizing strangers than have none of this going on and spend my time on the internet antagonizing strangers. I can't get the words out.
I am drunk now. I can hardly stand up.
Anyway, I think that's a really quick one for me for Easter. So I'm just gonna leave it there unless you have any comments.
Well, no, I just think it's quite sad.
Okay, well, moving on. Now, Vera, what's up your Easter goat?
Well, I have something that actually pertains to Easter.
Oh.
Do you want to know what it is?
I do.
It is about the fact that chocolate isn't chocolate anymore.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do you
I was
know
wondering
this?
if you're going to bring
Do you
this
know
up.
this? Oh,
Yeah.
No, look, I have to say this, and you might know this. So if you eat Easter chocky or Cadbury eggs or any of those kind of things, you'll notice that the actual taste tastes different, of course.
I had a feeling you were going to do this one. Yeah, go.
Yeah, tastes different. But a lot of people around are actually noticing it. And some people have done some like little things online about how Cadbury and other brands have changed their ingredients. So chocolate is made up of cocoa butter mainly, historically. And now they've taken half the cocoa butter out and they replaced it with like palm oil and like all those kind of oils. They've removed any real vanilla essence or extract and they put this fake vanilla in. And then they've put in, what was it called? There's something called polyglycerol, something or other, PGP. Nobody cares. R or something. I don't know what it stands for. But basically, it's just like castor oil that they're bulking up instead of using the real traditional ingredients. That's why your Easter eggs and your Cadbury blocks bend rather than crack. Remember how you used to like break an egg and it cracked?
Yeah.
Right? Do you remember this?
And now the chocolate is bendy.
It just goes,
I used to do a little snap and crumble.
Yep. Oh, it's so nice. You can
Now,
crack it
you
up.
do bend it, don't you? Oh. Yeah, keep going. Sorry, I'm getting excited.
you can. It's okay. Go.
That's all I had to say, yeah.
But absolutely, like, disgraceful.
I don't really care what you think. You have no talent. Get out.
I get it. Ingredients cost money. So, okay, I get it. Fine. But, you know, it's horrible to pass on inferior crap to the consumer and then charge the price that they charge. It's actual garbage. I will not be buying any mainstream Easter eggs this year.
Well,
People are getting into Aldi.
They are. Oh, yeah. So the Dairy Fine, I think, is an Australian. Look, I'm not sure, but I think it is Australian made. But it's the European brands of chocolate that have strict regulations. So they don't let any palm oil, castor oil, fake vanilla crap come to their chocolate experience. And as such, Aldi does have the brand. It's called, is it called Moseroth? Or I always read it as Monster Roth, but it's not that. And they are an actual European import. And that chocolate apparently is non-tampered and good. So I will be purchasing Aldi Moseroth chocolate brand. Do you have any thoughts?
No.
You know, I couldn't care more about...
Vera's chocolate conspiracy.
I certainly couldn't care less.
Just that I know that, well, I've been seeing online that people have been going on about the Aldi chocolate and saying that it tastes better. I don't know that it is better, like, ingredients-wise, but people have been going on that it tastes better, it tastes milkier than Cadbury, and it's more than half the price, or less than half the price. Anyway, it's half the price.
Yes.
So a lot of people are flocking to Aldi for their Easter chocky buying.
I want to flock to Aldi.
Are we your flock?
Actually, and what I was listening to before we move on, there's something that you can't call something a chocolate block anymore, or like you can't use the word chocolate.
It's the word milk, and if you see the word milk spelt MYLK, that means there's no dairy in it. I know that part of it.
Okay.
So that's why you're seeing the word MYLK.
Okay.
I don't know what you're saying,
No.
but I do know that if you see that, it means it's fake dairy.
Okay.
And
No,
not
that's
real.
okay. Wasn't quite what I was. No.
Anyway, back to me.
No, this is actually the fact that they aren't allowed to call it chocolate anymore because it's been added so much sugar, so much palm oil.
What do they call it? Like a sweet treat?
Yeah, sweet bar. I actually don't know. Oh, anyway. So, Alara, what's up your goat?
Well, funny you ask, because I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and what's getting really up my goat this month is I've been seeing a lot of hate towards cringe lately. And what that means is people are despising anything that's considered cringe, which seems to fall under the umbrella of people enjoying themselves, people being silly, people just being free and easy and having their own personality. And it seems that there's this whole anti-cringe movement happening. Right. And I think it's just, what's bugging me about that is the idea of cringe, right? You're calling someone cringe, but why is that person cringe? I know there's an idea of cringe that's outside of what I'm going to say, which is people acting a certain way on purpose for attention. What I'm talking about is people being filmed against their will, right? They're just out in public. They might be in a bar or a club and they're dancing, having a nice time. There was one of this girl and she was just feeling herself. She was very confident. She had a really short skirt on. She had a nice top on. And she was like having the time of her life, not being loud or obnoxious, just hanging with friends. And these two other girls filmed her. And because she was the more curvy girl, that was what they were picking on. She's so cringe because the clothing that she chose to dress herself in, they deemed was not suitable for her body. And they were picking on that and calling it cringe.
That's rude.
But the best part was those girls got torn apart.
Good.
Because the girl they're picking on was having a nice time. She was loving herself sick.
I'm loving myself sick in this switch.
And she looked fantastic. And they were just angry that she was in a short skirt and she had a booty. That was basically it.
Right.
She had a nice bum and they were jealous. It's sort of things like that. It's like they see someone online who's just making a TikTok, being silly or whatever. Because it's not their cup of tea. Oh, that's cringe. Oh, that is so cringe. No, it's not cringe. It's just not for you because there's plenty of things in the world that are not for me. And I'm not into football or soccer. Oh, that's so cringe. Could you imagine just walking up and being like, I think you're so cringe because you follow a football team. Who the fuck cares? If people like that, they like that. People would call drag cringe. People would call comedy cringe. And I think it's just, it's adding to the downfall of comedy and enjoyment in the world. I feel like
public displays of,
and also it's adding to the downfall of people just enjoying themselves, and everyone's just so it's making people so paranoid and so internalized and so rigid because they're like, oh, I don't want to be deemed as cringe. Just enjoy yourself. And fair enough, you can think in your head something's cringe. I don't give a shit, think it. But the fact that people are going and making TikToks and posting on social media all about what they think is cringe and what they deem is cringe and what's not cringe and all this sort of stuff, filming people against their will in public spaces. And I'm so over the fact that people go, well, it's not illegal to film in public. Oh, shut up.
Why did you keep your nose out of my ring?
So you're going to go around in public yourself, film other people having a nice time, and then gaslight them by saying, well, it's legal to film in public. If you don't like it, go home. So you're not only bullying them for having a nice time, but you want them to go and do that at home. So you want the whole world to sit there and go, like, what is this totalitarian?
I know what you're thinking. She's had a few too many.
It feels like Handmaid's Tale-esque, like it feels like everyone's being monitored and like we're all monitoring each other. And if someone steps out of line the tiniest bit and has a nice time, they must be shunned by society and told to go home and lock themselves away. Isn't that ridiculous? Isn't that insane? I think that's so stupid. Yep. And if these people had their own way, they would be the first to get online and complain about how boring the world is. They'd be like, oh, I went outside today and everyone was like this. And they'd say, oh, that's cringe, isn't it? No one's smiling or talking or doing anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm here to take the stand and be the leader.
This is Gargi Patel in central London, reporting for News London.
In the march that is anti-cringe. That is anti-cringe hate. So I guess I'm pro-cringe. No. Do you know what?
I probably do.
Go out there and be cringe and have a good time because you know what? Those people don't matter.
I feel like cringe, all this talk of cringe, is just now the new word of the day. The amplified word of the day.
Yeah.
That's the label everyone just attaches things to. There's been a lot of them over the years, but this is now just the thing.
It's so lame. So with that, go out there and be cringe and have a good time and get under those cringe haters' skin. And with that, Vera, what's getting up your goat?
This one is niche, and you know what? It might not even be your cup of tea.
Oh.
I don't splurge on shopping items or getting all these expensive things for my kitchen or anything like that. However, when there is one certain item on sale, half price, I go off. You know what those things are? They are the Tupperware containers, not the brand. They are specifically, I get the decor containers. Okay. And I see this cringy face you're doing to me now. Am I cringe?
Yes.
The decor containers, I'm just going to call them decor. My main gripe here is that over the years, yes, they are too expensive on the shelf. You wait till they go half price, you buy a lot of them. That's when they're the best value. What is wrong now is that the plastic containers they've been making for food prep and storage and all that crap for years and years, they've slightly changed the shape, haven't they? They've made them thinner in the material they use. The lids are slightly different shape now. So containers that you have in the cupboard that have built up over the years, with the new lids and the new bottoms, you put them on an old, they all look the same, but slightly don't close.
Oh, yeah.
You've noticed?
And the one other thing they've changed for some reason that we don't care about is usually on one corner, there's an extra tab, like that's attached to it that you can lift the thing. They've added a tab on the opposite corner, so you've got two tabs. We never wanted two tabs. No. We just wanted the containers lids to be interchangeable between them.
And now they are not. Like, it's not even the fact of, oh, I don't have the right container. It's the same size I bought 5 years ago and the same size I bought now. They just don't fit.
Yeah.
Did that also get up yours?
It is annoying, and I feel like they've added the extra tab because they think it's a way of distracting us.
Yes.
Like, oh wow, how cool, there's a tab on two corners instead of one.
Yes.
To try and distract us from the fact that the lids don't actually fit the old container. And it's a consumerism thing. I feel like the design is intentionally like a millimeter off.
Yes.
To make you think, oh, my old containers are out of shape, throw them out and buy new ones to make you spend money, which is going to kill the turtles.
Yes, that's right. That is exactly right.
Those container lids, the minute you throw them out, they go straight up a turtle's nose.
If this keeps up, I will be switching brands.
Oh, what brand? There isn't one that you like.
I have to find one that I like that goes on half price sale.
Because you hate Clip-Its.
Anyway, that's the end of that one. So I'm going to fling it over to Alara.
Fling. It just reminds me of those like videos of like chimpanzees flinging their poo at. Have you seen those? What's up my goat is doctor visits. No, not doctor visits, but specifically, you know when you book in You're like, I'll book in with the doctor. You give them a phone call. Can I get in on Wednesday? What time's you got? They say like 9:30, 9:45, 10, 10:15. You go, look, I'll grab the 9:30. Get it over and done with in the morning. Oh, we've booked you in. So Wednesday comes, you show up. You show up at 9:20 even. 10:45, I'm still sitting there. What is that? Okay, what's getting up my goat is when you book in an appointment at the doctor's. So you're like trying to be productive and then you end up not being seen for like a good hour or so after your booking time because some hole has gone in before you, maybe before that person, maybe before that person, and they have overstayed their welcome.
Yes, it is an emergency.
What is it that's wrong with you?
Me head's hanging off.
And then they're like, oh, what's this up my skirt? Oh, what's this on my ankle? Oh, what's this up my ass? You know, they're getting the doctor, like they've gone in, they're like, I think I've got a little sniffle. And next thing they're bent over, spread eagle in front of the doctor. And the doctor's like, oh, I didn't need to see that. Anyway, but you know what I mean? They're like, can you check this mole? Can you check this freckle? They're in there like...
They start to remember all the problems
yes.
they have.
No, but it bugs me because I'm like, why did I book this in? I could have just walked in at 9 and been seen at 10:45. Instead, I booked at 9:30 and I'm still being seen at 10:45. Why did I not just walk in? Why did I have to book this?
I had this similar thing at my old doctor from years ago. You would book an appointment and then you'd basically call and go, how late is he running today? And then they'd go, oh, you're about 2 hour wait. So your appointment that was 9:30 is now 11:30. And then you get there at 11:30 because they're like, all right, you're coming. I'll put you on the list. Then you wait another hour. So it's 3 hours behind. All the oldies coming in because they're lonely and they want to chat.
And they do, even when they're after they've come out from the doctor and they go up to the receptionist and sometimes you have to like wait behind one of them and you're just like...
Move the pram, dickhead. Oh, sorry.
And they're not even talking about anything interesting. They're literally just blah, blah, blah. And you're like, can I just get out of here? You're surrounded by illness and you don't know what the illness is.
Yes.
Someone's sniffling, someone's coughing, someone's over there.
Scratching over there.
Someone's scratching, someone's got a child who's screaming.
Everybody, please!
And you're just sitting there and you're like, I'm probably going to go home worse off from being here. Don't you feel that?
Yes,
like you're like,
yes.
am I going to catch something?
Yes.
And it's nothing on anyone, but it's like just being in the same room as people that have all different sicknesses that are there for, and for a longer amount of time that you plan to be there. And then all of a sudden someone's sitting there blah, blah, blahing away to the doctor, blah, blah, blahing away to the receptionist, just wasting precious time that I could be at home.
The woman's sat in a doctor's surgery because she's got headache.
Anyway, that's what gets up my goat. Please comment below if you have the same experience. And if not, let me know who your doctor is because I'd love to come to one that keeps the patients on time. And I will book in. I will travel.
Yeah?
If it's in a 10-minute radius of my home. And with that, I would like to pass the bait on over to Vera, and I would like to ask Vera, what on earth is getting up your goat?
One of the things that actually happened to me over the last week or two was I got
Arrested. Twice.
a flat tire. Now, a flat tire is a normal thing. A lot of people get flat tires every day. Specifically, what is up my goat, I guess, is the fact, not only is it absolutely inconvenient when you're on the way to work, it's a few things around it, right? You either have to do the tire yourself, which is cool. I know how to change a tire.
Oh, blow it. I'm going to have a try.
And then when you can, you get a replacement tire from a
say
tire
something that
place.
I know is going to get them all riled up, and then just say, "What's all that tea?" and then walk out.
So I got a flat last week. I just drove with a flat up the street to the shop, but they weren't then open. So then they finally open an hour and a bit later, and then I go in and they're like, "Oh, you got a flat?" And I'm like, "Yes. Could you help me?" And then they say, "Yes, okay." And then they kind of go, "Oh, it'll be 6 hours." And they're like, "Yeah, because we've got to order it in and all that. We don't have it, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I thought they just had a stock of things, but often they don't. That's fine. But they're like, "Just come back." And I'm like, no, I've got to go to work. And so they're like, "Oh, why don't you put your spare on?" So they did that for me, which was fine. But the problem was the fact that it just isn't open outside of business hours. Do you know what I mean? And you're in...
Yeah, but it's not like... What?
What's not... I know this is a first world problem. I know.
So you want them to just be sitting there waiting for
but
flat
like
tires?
not opening at 9 a.m. and closing at 5.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
So Vera wants mechanics to sit there waiting for flat tires into the early hours.
Or is there even a service where you can call for not an RMA? I'm talking a replacement or a mending of the tire. But
Yeah, there's a thing called a tutorial, and you've got a spare tire in your car in the back that your car comes with, and then you just need to go and buy a car jack.
Everybody out, this is a car jack.
Well, of course this is a car. But my name's not Jack. It's Greg.
And this is my sister, Marcia.
Hi.
And change it yourself.
You don't have to buy
Be a
anything.
self-sufficient woman, Vera.
Can I tell you a secret?
What?
Cars include car jacks.
Greg, I think he has a flat tire. He must need a jack.
They have done for
Well,
a
there
long
you
time.
go. So change your tire.
I can definitely do that. I'm just saying.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. Can you?
No. But you're the one whinging you can't get one.
I would just wanted, because it was flat, it was punctured, and I wanted a new one so I didn't have to go running. Anyway, look, this is almost like a non-issue for most people. But I just found it really bizarre that these places don't open at 7:30 or 7, or they don't stay open till 6. I understand people have their small businesses, they want to go home, I get it. But I just found it quite strange that this place opened only during business hours. That was quite uneventful, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Have you had a flat?
No, I have never had a flat tire.
Well, aren't you lucky? That wraps it up about, doesn't it?
I think that brings us to the end of the video.
Oh, we're
Well,
at the end again.
Thank you so much for tuning in to our Easter special of What's Up Your Goat. Please leave us some comments below if you agree with any of the gripes, and share your stories.
And of course, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, as well as follow us on Instagram and social media, which is here.
Happy Easter! May you and yours have an Easter bunny experience and a visit and all that, and you eat the chocolate from Aldi and not from Woolworths.
Yes?
Well, apologies if you were offended by the strong language in that programme. And yes, at the same time next week, it's Shoplifters and Proud.
Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye!